Hey, what's going on? It's Jiffy, and welcome to This Is Interesting, a podcast where we tell you what we think is interesting in the world of entertainment, news, video games, and well, you name it. In today's episode, Jay will run down the Apple event, Jiffy rants about gas, and we give you our top 5 video games of all time. But before that, with me, as always, is my tag team partner Jay, until he buys that Tesla and literally kicks me in the throat. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, guys? Are you excited? Because we've got a lot in store for you today. You just heard everything that Jiffy said we have ahead of us. So let's get into it.
I took a drink of water. Sorry. I did it again. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, you good? So you ready to just get this going? No you're 3 episodes in and you're already like, I don't care about pleasantries anymore. Hi, I'm here. Let's do this. I got Teslas to buy. All right. So, Jay, what's interesting?
Well, the first thing I got up is we are going to live react to Super Mario 3D All-Stars prices since it's been discontinued by Nintendo. I was going to look it up by myself, but I'm like, I think it'd be better if we both reacted to this. So I'm going to head over to what is going on here. Hold on.
So 3D All-Stars, I mean, I hope you guys got it while you can, because I assume these prices are going to be so damn outrageous that like if you don't have it by now, you're just never going to get it. Did you get your stuff together, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like just messed up my entire desk mat here, but it's fine.
Now
I'll fix it later. So first up, we're gonna check eBay here. So the first one that comes up is $275.
No, it's not. Nope. Nope. Next, let's keep it rolling.
Nope. Next, we have $999.99.
All right, you know what? Hold on. Yo, people
Wait, I found a better one.
Yeah.
$15,000.
When there. Yo, this reminds me, right? This reminds me a future rant, maybe, possibly not, maybe coming soon about scalping, dude. That is even $200. Like, the hell are you trying to do? Listen, if you want to take it and maybe sell it for $100, I could see that, you know? Okay, or maybe you bought it for $60, you sell it for $80. But $900?
Yep. Scrolling down here, there's more reasonably priced ones. Like I see a couple for $70 here.
That's not bad.
No,
because you're just gonna make.
There's 18 watchers on the $15,000 one. They're just watching to see if somebody buys this.
Yeah, that's all they're watching for. No one in their right mind.
Whoa! Somebody is trying to get 45 grand.
First off,
are you kidding me?
They are all classics. Let's be real. Super Mario 64, legendary in video game history. Sunshine is my favorite Mario game of all time. I know Mario 64 is your favorite game. Mario Galaxy is might be the hardest Mario game out there, but it's like they're classics, but not $45,000 worth. I don't think there's any video game alive that's worth $45,000.
No.
Do you have Amazon pulled up by chance as well?
Let me check up. I can check right now.
Yeah. Load that up, Amazon. Because I'm also curious if like I know that we're not going to be able to find an average price of these things, but I mean, it more or less, guys, if you didn't purchase your copy of Mario 3D All-Stars, you might as well just borrow it from a friend, rent it from somewhere if you can rent games, or I don't know, maybe get lucky, find it at a flea market or something. You got Amazon up, Jay?
I do have Amazon up, and you're an idiot if you buy it off of eBay, because Amazon has it. There's 2 listings for it. One is $60.99.
Oh, that's a regular
that's
price.
That's the original price, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another one is $64.95, and it's Prime shipping too.
Oh, so you get it tomorrow? Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Pandemic, you get it in 5 days. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. More or less. Moral of the story is, if you buy it off eBay, you're an idiot. It's like buying from a
Yeah.
scalper. Don't be stupid, people. Like,
Yeah, don't go to eBay first.
just stay away from eBay. eBay seems like a scam. Like,
We should check back on this in like 6 months, because I'm sure places still have stock, which is probably why it's still reasonably priced.
that's true. So let's keep this on our radar. So me jumping off of that, I have some Sony information that I would like to give. Basically, I'd like to do some, I don't know the word I'm looking for, more or less give you guys some Sony information. So Sony has a new patent that they're trying to basically purchase. If you don't know what a patent is, it's almost like you're basically buying the rights to something, so that if somebody else makes it without your authorization or behind your back, you could sue them. Well, Sony has a patent, and now the patent itself is actually there's two of them, but the one is funny, while the other one, which I lost by accident because I was messing around with my computer and I lost it, is okay. So Sony has a new patent as of April 2020, and it is an AI, an artificial intelligence patent. So what it reads is that it was spotted more or less by Segment Next. It's automated artificial intelligence. So what it does is while you're playing a video game, this artificial intelligence will study how you play the video game, and if it finds that you're having trouble with a certain section, it'll basically you can push a button and have the AI take over and solve that puzzle for you. Or if you're playing a game and you're doing whatever, the AI will follow all your movements, and then you could push a button and the AI can play for you. Which to that, I say, if the purpose of video games is to escape and play video games, why are you going to have a AI play that video game for you? Wouldn't you rather just watch somebody else play it on YouTube? Like, do you get what I mean? Like, you're basically, it would be like you playing Mario 64 and you can't do one of the cape levels, and you've been trying it for an hour, and you could just push the button and the computer will put all of that memory of you failing at that flying part, and it'll do it for you. And then you can continue the game.
That is like next level hand holding. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't make that patent.
I almost choked on my water. That is, yes, it is next level technology, and it is also Nintendo technology, because Nintendo used to be that company back in the day that would not hold your hand. It was brutal, and then they got soft. You know, back in the day, Mario Kart.
Now you can play.
No, I was
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, Mario Kart back in the day. You got last place, you got 0 points. You got what you deserved, because you're a loser. If you get last place in Mario Kart, no offense, but you're a loser, all right? And you deserve 0 points. Nope, nowadays, Mario Kart 8, you get last place, you get a point. It's like, here's your participation trophy. You tried. It's like, no, give the people 0 points. Like, what the hell is this? So I was looking up these patents, right? Or this patent itself, and I ended up stumbling on another one, Jay. And this one is just straight hilarious. So back in 2000, I don't know. Maybe this is most recent, but Sony filed, I'll just read it and then we can react to it. So this was reported by gamesindustry.biz. And it says Sony has filed a patent application that details a method of turning a banana into a PlayStation controller. The patent describes how this new technology allows people to use a banana or any object for that matter as a game controller. What are we doing?
What?
What are we so far gone in this world of technology that like this is what we're doing? We are creating patents with bananas. Like now,
So wouldn't this hurt the sales of their controllers?
yeah, I was actually just thinking that, Jay. Yes, absolutely. There's no way this patent would ever be passed because Sony, new controllers cost, $70-$80 for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. I believe it's $70-$80.
And that's like the best part of the PlayStation.
It's the best part of the PlayStation.
At least
in
my opinion.
Yes, until the DualSense triggers get dislodged and the DualSense doesn't work anymore, or the analog stick, the rubber starts to rip off, and now you don't have because that was happening like with the PS4 controllers. Is after a while of using the PS4 controllers, the rubber would like dissolve, and then you just have a flat controller stick. And it was just like the worst thing in the world to play with. I mean, it could be worse. You could have Joy-Con drift. I mean,
true.
Like 2021, thanks Nintendo, Joy-Con drift. I mean, okay, that's cool. I pay however much money it is for these controllers, and they break. And that's like the if you wanted to argue that Joy-Con drift is a manufactured Nintendo thing so that you go out and buy another Joy-Con piece for $40, like, yeah, sure. I could sit here and listen to that conspiracy. But yeah, that's so I also have, besides patents, I also have something else Sony related. So a couple of weeks ago, Sony announced that they were going to close their PlayStation Vita, their PlayStation 3, and something else that I can't remember, their stores. Mm-hmm. And so that would basically mean is if like your PlayStation 3, which a lot of people still play, like I still actually have a PlayStation 3 that I use, and because I just started playing the Ratchet and Clanks on it, and like the original Ratchet and Clanks, like the first 3 or something like that, you can only play it on PlayStation 3. Well, so if the store closes and you have stuff that you bought in the store that's like digitally bought and the store closes, you cannot re-download anything from the store. All of that stuff that you bought and downloaded disappears. So, like most internet people, the internet exploded on Sony. And Sony recently, as of like a couple days ago, decided, oh, you know what? The PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita stores, yeah, no, they're staying open. We're sorry. We made a mistake. Whoops. My bad. Like,
I'm surprised they went back on that.
Yeah, because Sony is the #1 anti-consumer friendly company in the world. Sony hates their consumers, and they openly hate their consumers. Their president or their CEO or whoever he is, he's the biggest moron on the planet because he flat out tells people, he says stupid things like, oh, I can't understand, like, the reason why we're closing the PlayStation 3 store is who wants to play these old games with those shitty graphics? Nobody wants to play those games. And it's like, excuse me? Like, I love playing old games, and I know you personally love playing old games because you play Mario 64. You can catch Jay on Not So Pro YouTube channel playing Mario 64 as we speak. So imagine Nintendo is like, y'all don't care about old school games. So we're just going to close the store and you'll never be able to play Mario 64 again. That's what Sony was like planning on doing with this classic library of games. They're just like, yeah, nobody wants to play those games. Why would you want to play that? That looks like trash. It's like, excuse me, I love old school graphics. I think old school textures are amazing, but maybe that's just me.
No, I agree with you. I love old games.
That was interesting. All right, Jay, so that's what I got on Sony. So what's interesting, man?
So have you seen Reading Rainbow when you were a kid?
Yeah. I actually did watch that as a kid.
So you remember the host, LeVar Burton?
Yes, I do remember the host. Yeah.
Why is Siri always talking to me on this podcast? Thank you. I know who LeVar Burton is. I'm the one talking about him. Thank you.
She wants Siri wants to be part of this.
Right?
She wants to be the third host.
Yeah, she might be the third host. Anyways, he's going to host Jeopardy at the end of July this year.
Oh wow!
Pretty excited about that.
That should be interesting.
It should be.
Yeah. Because I saw Aaron Rodgers host Jeopardy.
Yeah, I actually have.
It's like I wonder.
Oh, go ahead.
You actually have? No. I was just gonna say about like the hosting. I wonder because, like, what is Jeopardy doing? Are they just filling time until they find the right host? Like they're just kind of doing this, like, okay, you know, Alec was the host for 400 years. Now we need to find somebody. Let's just fill in with whoever the hell wants to do it for a day. Like,
I believe their goal is to have someone next year as a permanent host at the beginning of the next season.
Please tell me it's not going to be that Jennings guy.
I don't know.
Please.
He was the highest rated host so far. So
what else do you got?
Next, have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
I have not.
You have
but I
not?
heard that it is. No, I never have. I heard it's a critically acclaimed. Is that the word that I'm looking
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah, sure. That's what I said.
Yes, it's a very good show. I enjoyed it. I watched from beginning to end every season. Well, Hulu has ordered a kind of spin-off to that show. It's called How I Met Your Father.
Oh, wow.
And guess who the starring role is?
Oh, I don't know.
Hilary Duff. I don't know about you, but Hilary Duff was probably my biggest crush of my childhood.
I'm laughing because I don't know what happened to Hilary Duff. She like disappeared for a while.
Yeah, she's been around. She has a TV show she's on right now that ends, I think, this year called Younger. She was going to do that Lizzie McGuire show, but Disney canceled that.
Yeah, I heard. So she hasn't done anything of interest to me.
No.
How I Met Your... You know what, though? I will say this. How I Met Your Mother is an older show, right?
Yeah, I forget when it started.
Or older-ish. Like, so I'm surprised that they haven't done this How I Met Your Father spinoff because it seems like it would be the easiest spinoff title for a show that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we do How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your Father. Like, it's kind of like there. That should be pretty exciting, though, because I mean, Hilary Duff, she's a good actor. Actress. Leave it in. All of it stays in the podcast. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're recommending I watch How I Met Your Mother, so I mean, me and Tori might have to sit down and give it a go.
Definitely, I think you'll like it.
And see.
It started in...
Is it kind of like a... Well, I was going to ask, is it kind of like a 2.5 Men kind of style sitcom? Or like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air kind of thing where there's like a house and it kind of like... Or like a Full House kind of style?
Sorta.
If that question makes any sense whatsoever.
It's a normal... I don't know. I guess it's more like Friends. I would compare it to.
Oh, okay. Bit. Oh, Tori loves Friends. I've never seen Friends. Friends is overrated.
Because it has a whole group of constant friends that are in the entire series. So the whole thing kind of revolves around that whole group.
Very outrageous statement, but Friends and Seinfeld, overrated. Thoughts?
I love Friends. Seinfeld, I never really watched that much. So.
Overrated. Okay. I've never seen Friends, but I'm just going to say overrated.
Are you serious? How can you call something overrated that you've never seen?
Well, I just did. Where are you at, internet trolls? I'm ready for you. Friends is overrated.
That was interesting.
So, the next what's interesting thing on my mind is, so the NFL draft is coming up, and I just found it really interesting Jay, do you know, or did you see, or did you hear the Eagles head coach? Like, did you see the guy they hired? Do you know his name?
No, I have no idea.
All right. So here's the thing. I am a NFL fan. I want to get that off the way, of course. I'm also an Eagles fan, but I want to preface that by saying I could care less if the Eagles win or lose. I am a fan of that team, but I am not a hardcore fan. I am a bigger fan of the NFL. I love watching the NFL on Sundays from the time it starts till the time it ends. And I'll watch any game against any team. But if I had to choose a team that I associate with, it is the Eagles. I am probably, like when they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, as a fan, to put it in perspective, I'm probably the guy who celebrated the least. Jay can attest, because when we won, he asked me, how do you feel? And I was like, eh. I was like, eh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that went.
It was like, yeah, it was that was it. So the Eagles hired this guy, Nick Sirianni. It's Nick Sirianni.
Okay.
And the best way I can describe him without being too mean is not intelligent. So what I want to I'm going to play a clip of a press conference that he had, okay?
Okay.
What I want you to know while the clip is being played, because you cannot see it and the people at home won't be able to see it listening, is while he's talking, every time you hear a pause, he's looking down at his notes and then looks up. Now, I don't know if he has notes or if he just is looking down, but the thing that...
One day you'll remember to silence that. One day you'll remember.
I'm so unprofessional. Leave it in. Leave it all in. It all stays in the podcast. The thing I can mention about this guy, he is very unintelligent. Let me crank this to the max. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Just listen. This is part of his press conference. This I will read the title. It says, "All systems go ? New Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni gets off to an interesting start." Here we go.
Next thing that's very important to me is that we build a smart football team, that we have a smart football team here. And I know we have the people in place to do that. The first part of being smart is knowing what to do. We're gonna have systems in place that are easier to learn. All right, complicated to the defense or offense that they're going against, or the special teams group they're going against, but easy for us to learn. Because when we can when we can learn our system and we can get good at our system, then our talent can take over. Less thinking equals talent take over, but we need to have systems in place, and we will have systems in place.
Do you have anything on that? Do you understand any of what he was talking about?
I guess I get the point that he's trying to make. I just don't understand completely.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? You're going to make systems that are easy for your guys to understand, but difficult for the opponents to understand. How?
I don't know.
Jay, how? Because if it's easy for the offense to understand, guess who it's going to be easy for, Jay? It's going to be easy for the defense. Did you notice in listening to that how many times the guy was like, we have it's like what? Dude, what? Like, it makes me wonder, did he write that or did he just say that off the top of his head? Unintelligent, I guess. He must smoke a lot of weed. Please, he must have a license to be medically like able to smoke weed, because I listened to that and I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of glad that I'm not a hardcore Eagles fan, because I would be screaming. I would be screaming. Nick Sirianni. Have you? You said you never heard
No.
the guy's name, right? Like, do you know who he is?
No idea.
Do you know where he came from? You know what? You know he. Do you, I hold on. I want to, just for kicks and giggles, I want to know what. Hold on. I gotta get my notes together here because I actually didn't look this up, but I'm curious because I'm sorry, and I'm not. I don't think I'm being mean here. I just think he's unintelligent.
Real quick, was that from a
And
YouTube video?
Yes.
What were the comments saying about that?
That was. Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question. I'm doing 7 things at once right now. Let me pull that up, and we will see. Shut your damn mouth, you unintelligent moron. That's an oxymoron. So the first comment is the NFL is progressive. This is the first openly high head coach in the league's history. When you still have 100 words left in your essay and don't know what to say. This is the...
I'm so glad we're reading these.
This is the, have you ever had a dream? Kid all grown up. These systems are completely easy to learn, but not even Bill Belichick will know how to stop them because of their levels of complication. Oh, man.
So it seems like everybody kind of agrees with you here.
Yep. Oh, man. I'm looking through. Oh my gosh. A lot of these are just gibberish.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He smoked a blunt for sure. He lost me when he said less thinking. God. Oh man. Like jeez.
Wow, who thought this was going to be our best story today?
You know what? Maybe this is incredible. I can't read anymore because first off, listening to that again for the 4th or 5th time makes my head hurt. I just can't understand. Okay, so he came from the Colts. I'm finding out. So he's the Eagles head coach, but he came from he's only 39, so he's this new like age of young coach that that comes in that like everybody wants to go young and blah blah blah. He joined the Colts to become the team's offensive coordinator in 2018. So he was an offensive coordinator for the Colts. I'm not sure. Before that, he was with the Chargers when they were in San Diego. He was the team's quarterbacks coach back then.
How long ago was that?
2013.
Okay, so he's been around a little bit.
Kansas City. He joined Kansas City in 2009. He had an impressive interview with new coach Todd Haley. Todd Haley must not be that smart either. Because I'm sorry, there is nothing. Listen, I'm reading this and I'm just like, you know what? I don't feel confident about this dude at all. Listen, if you're a Cowboys, Washington, or Giants fan, you're happy. You listen to that and you're like, yep, we good. I hope the Eagles go 0-17 this year, bro. By the way, 17 games. You want to know why the NFL is going to 17 games? So,
why is that?
So they're telling the American public that now, I guess I should say it this way. The NFL players are saying to the American public, hey, playing football is hard. My body hurts all the time. The NFL is saying by removing a preseason game, which NFL players don't take seriously, and adding an extra regular season game, that the 17th game is for health reasons. So I want to know how playing a gladiator sport where men are allowed to violently hurt each other, how adding a 17th game, which I'll watch, of course. You'll watch, of course. where we'll watch,
do it.
where we'll watch, of course. But I want to know how adding a 17th game is health adverse, because to me that just says, okay, well, now there's going to be more injuries and we're going to go into the playoffs, and it's going to kind of be like what happened to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl against the Bucks. They the reason why the Chiefs were dominated like they were is not because the Bucks are stacked and they have like Tom Brady, who's a dinosaur. They had offensive line issues because their offensive line got injured right before the Super Bowl, and it was like every time Mahomes stepped back, it was like he had 7 dudes chasing him. It's like, all right, offensive line is kind of important in football, but I digress a little bit on that, like I do with most things. Yeah, I'm just not confident in this guy. He is just about as like dumb as it gets, and I'm just like, ugh. I hope, dude, that the Eagles go 0-17, because
So do I. As a Cowboys fan, I'm excited for this guy.
Listen, man, I'm excited for 0-17, bro. I hope it happens. If we're 0-16 going into the 17th game, Super Bowl party, my house. You're invited.
That was interesting.
All right, all you listeners out there. Next, Jay is going to tell us what happened in the past week with tech. So, Jay, what you got for us?
This one's all about the Apple event.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing real big has happened.
That's right. You in the last episode, you teased us with Siri telling us all that mumbo jumbo about the actual event, and it actually happened. So, give us a rundown. What happened? What did they announce? And then I guess just kind of like give your takeaway at the end of it. The floor is yours.
Okay. So they're so they started off with a new iPhone color. The iPhone 12 will now come in purple.
Do you know what shade of purple?
I do. And you're going to be disappointed.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it's a pastel-y purple.
Okay, no. Not enough to get me an iPhone. And not in the immediate future, at least. Like tomorrow. Like, I would go pre-order that shit, like, as we're podcasting. But, I mean, that's cool, though. They added another color. I hope there's more interesting than just adding a color.
Yeah. So next up was AirTags, which is something that's been rumored for a very long time. Actually, back in October, renders came out of what it was going to look like, and those ended up being 100% true. So AirTags, so you know what Tile is, those little things you put on your keys to like...
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, the AirTags would be something like you would put it on your keys or in your wallet, and if you lost it, you could use your phone to like have it beep or something like that so that you could find it.
Yes, but it's actually, there's a lot more to it than that. It has the advantage of being able to be tracked by other, like pretty much any like Apple device. So.
Oh, okay.
So if it's in your house, if you have like attached to your keys and it's in your house, you can, whip out your phone, hit the Find My app, and be able to track it. And if you have a newer iPhone, like the iPhone 11 or 12, you'll actually be able to track it a lot easier. Like, it can give you step-by-step through your house, tell you, point the exact direction of where the item is, and you can find it.
So it's like a game of hot cold?
Pretty much.
So you know what this tells me?
What?
This tells me that Apple saw what'd you call that company? Tile?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, Tile, you're cool, but yeah, we don't want you anymore. So I mean, bad news for Tile. Tile's out of business.
And this is what Apple does. They take something that's good, they wait a while, and then they make their own that's way better than everyone else's.
Yep. And then all those companies just go bye-bye. Like, I mean, yeah, it pays to be king.
So now if you lose this and it's like outside of the range of your phone, this AirTag can ping off of other iPhones or iPads or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
So like somebody else's iPhone could ping it and then it could let you know where it is. They won't know what's happening. It's all something that happens in the background. So if you leave it somewhere and somebody with an
Oh,
iPhone
okay.
happens to walk by it, it'll ping it and then tell you that your phone or that your keys are there, which is pretty cool.
That is actually really cool. All right. Anything else?
The next up is the new iMac. Do you know what iMacs look like?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay. Do you remember the old school iMacs? They were huge. They were like they were transparent. They were different colors.
Yes.
So this year they finally brought back colors,
Oh,
which I think the colors
nice.
are amazing.
I actually saw pictures of these, and they're like super thin too, right?
Yeah, they're like
Pretty,
stupid thin. Like they're so
Pretty
thin
dope
that
looking too.
they had to put the headphone jack on the side of it instead of in the back because the headphone jack is too long. That's how thin it is.
Gosh, that's wild, dude.
So you've
It's
seen
like
the
a
colors,
MacBook
right?
Air. Yes, I did see the colors.
Have you seen the front of it?
No. Let me
The front of them are so ugly. So
Okay. Let me open this up
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah.
So it's the
open that up.
what am I looking up? The MacBook.
Put M1 iMac.
Okay. M1 iMac, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to images.
Do you see that ugliness?
Oh
They're-
god.
It's ugly from the front. The white bezels, the color on the front is lighter than the rest of it.
Yeah. That's really weird.
And there's no Apple logo. Like on the older ones, there was an Apple logo in the middle of that, like that chin part. And I just feel like it looks so weird now.
It's just a monitor.
Yeah, I don't.
The Apple logo's on the back, right?
Yeah, but they usually.
yeah.
if
So-
the older ones had the little.
Yeah, I could see it. Actually, there's a picture here that shows the old versus
Oh,
the
yeah.
new.
Isn't
Yeah,
the
yeah,
old one so much better looking?
Yeah. Wow. This is. I mean, the colors though are dope.
They are. From the
But-
back, it looks awesome. From the front, I want to throw up.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed
No.
by this. Jesus. Like, so somebody's getting fired.
So
What else? What else came from this event? I'm sure there's more. Yeah.
this was actually the very end of the event. Was they made the most overkill iPad ever. So they
Okay.
took.
I should probably look this up too. All right, go.
So last year they started making their own chips for their computers, which is what an M1
Yeah.
is that the chip that they put inside the computer.
Okay.
So they took the M1 from their computers and they stuck it in an iPad Pro. And
Oh,
that is
jeez.
beyond overkill. The iPad was
Okay, I don't-
already light years ahead of any other Android tablet, and now it's so far ahead, it's impossible for there to be an Android version of that. The technology does not exist for an Android
That's what-
iPad clone.
That's what it sounds like. Because I mean, that's like having a computer in a tablet.
basically.
Is what it sounds like.
And the M1
Like,
chip
that's-
stomps like Intel's best chips. Like, it's total overkill on an iPad. Nobody would ever need that. No one. But they did it
That's-
anyway.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
That's ridiculous. What's up?
these the virtual events that Apple's been having.
COVID
I'm
safe
trying
events.
to think. Yes, they're COVID safe events. I'm trying to think of the word that I want to say, but
Impressive. Not
yes,
impressive.
they are very impressive.
So they're taking
the
the,
cinematography. That's the word I was looking for. The cinematography they have on these
Okay.
events is insane. So at the end, when they did the iPad,
Yeah.
they showed like this secret agent breaking into like an Apple building and stealing the M1 chip out of a Mac. And then you see them breaking into another facility with an iPad Pro. And then they took
Yeah.
it and stuck it in there. and just the cinematography for that whole thing. And then the guy pulls off the mask, and it ends up being the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, and he's like laughing. It was good. You have to watch that part.
I'll have to, I'll definitely have to look into it. Was there anything else worth noting about
nothing else major.
event?
No.
Okay. I mean,
That was all the highlights.
So as a tech guy and as an Apple guy, like what are your impressions? Like rate them, if you had to rate them on a scale of 1, this was the dumbest event I've ever seen, and 10 being, oh my God, I can't wait for all of this. Like what would you rate the event?
I would probably give it an 8. It was actually pretty good. I mean, the purple iPhone is whatever, but AirTags are cool. Been waiting for them forever. Actually, I didn't tell you the pricing on them. For an Apple product, they're actually not priced too bad. You can get one tag for $29, or you can get a pack of 4 for $100. So that's $25. That's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all. That's actually not bad at all.
So the AirTags are like a little, I don't know, I think they're like quarter size and they're a little thick. But they don't actually attach to anything on their own. So if you like want to put this on your keys, there's separate accessories for that. And those accessories range from anywhere from $12.99 to $450. They have a keychain. It's called by Hermes, I think is how you pronounce it, and the keychain costs $450. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard?
I'm not surprised. And you know what? People will be gobbling them up like it's Thanksgiving dinner,
yeah,
dude.
I won't be, but other people will, because they gotta have that status symbol.
Out.
They're like, yeah, this is $450 keychain to hold my $30 item.
Yeah, that's Apple. I'll give Apple credit on this, right? They are so innovative when it comes to technology, obviously, but like their game is the accessory game and just the tech game, and they know how to sucker you in and get you just blowing your wallet on like everything.
It's like they have a $5,000 like professional monitor, and then the stand is an additional $1,000.
Yeah. You can't, and like, let alone, you can't just use the monitor. I mean, I guess you could use the monitor alone, but if you're going to buy the monitor, you might as well buy the stand. Like, yeah, they know how to get you. Mm-hmm. They are they're marketing people. Like they got that marketing team that everybody wants, because again, it goes back to the whole, the iPad thing. They're like, these M1 chips we're using, why don't we just throw that in an iPad? Like, yep. I mean, it's overkill, but I mean, yeah, why not? We'll see what happens. Like if it explodes someone's house, well, all right, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. But if it works, it's like, well, then, shit, look at what we made. Were there prices on the iPads, or is that still to be determined?
There is prices. We'll look that up real quick.
Yeah. Because I'm curious what these prices would be, because I'm sure I don't know what the M1 chip is going for.
Yeah.
Like obviously you can't buy the M1 chip, but what I mean is I don't know what the M1 chip takes to make. And that was a while you find these prices, that was a smart move, because we had just talked last week about these super chips that are in, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox games and the Switch and cell phones, and Apple found a way to circumvent that chip so that they don't have shortage issues.
Yeah, and they don't have to pay a ton of money to Intel to use their chips. They just make their own.
No,
because
the
pricing on their new like M1 computers are not that bad, really.
Oh, okay.
They're actually cheaper than the Intel versions were.
Ooh, I wonder how powerful they are.
So we have an 11-inch for... Is this the new one? New by iPad Pro. Okay, yeah. So we had the 11-inch for $799 and the 12.9-inch for $1099.
That's not bad, I guess.
No, it's similar to what they were priced last year. So
yeah, that's like the going rate. It's like going to the store and buying a $60-$70 video game. It's what the market says that the price is, or going to buy a new phone. Like if you go buy, like when I go looking for a new phone, it's gonna be the market rate, which is around $1,100 is probably what a new phone is going to cost me. Yeah. All right. Well,
So?
Apple's at it again. Apple, just like Nintendo, stealing all my goddamn money. Like, that's all those companies are good at, is stealing my money. Hey, we're making Mario 64 for the 12th time. All right. Here's my money, Nintendo.
Yep, we'll take it.
You got it. Hey, the Apple Pro 13, baby. You know, it only has one new feature. Hey, here my money. Like, oh man. All right. Well, that was it from the press conference, yeah?
Yeah.
Or the event.
Yep.
All right. Well, with the overwhelming Apple news out of the way, now we will get into a little softer stuff. The did you know? And so I'm gonna start us off. And Jay, did you know that grapes can catch fire in the microwave?
No, I didn't.
You know, Jay, what it begs to me is the idea that we should buy a microwave and YouTube video.
Yeah, I want to go buy grapes right now.
Right? You want to try them in your own microwave?
Yeah, I mean, my microwave's old, so I mean, it'll give me an excuse to buy a new one if it breaks and catches fire.
That is incredible. So it begs the question: what the hell's in a grape that it will catch fire? Grapes are flammable.
I don't know, and it's not like they're a dry fruit. Like, they're juicy, really juicy inside. So I don't understand how that happens.
I don't understand that either. I read that and was like so amused. I was like, well, first off, who would microwave a grape? First off, who was that guy or girl who microwaved a grape and found out, oh shit, that's flammable? Like,
I don't know. Like, they pull a grape out of the fridge and be like, damn, this grape's too cold for me to eat. I got sensitive teeth. I got to put this in the microwave. I don't know.
Man, that happens to me all the time, though. This is a little side note. Is like I'll have a plastic container of some kind, right, from like a to-go cup or something, or to-go item from like a restaurant, and I'm always like, ooh, can I microwave this? And then I just kind of put it in, and I'm just on standby, like, okay, is it gonna spark? Is it gonna spark? It's like the worst feeling in the world, because I don't want to like burn my house down or explode my microwave. Like, two things I don't want to do. All right, Jay, what you got?
All right, so this one is for Tori.
Oh, shit.
Are you ready for this? Did you know that you can get chlamydia from a koala if it pees on you?
He did it! Ladies and gentlemen, Jay has one-upped himself again. Wow.
So half the population in Australia, the koalas, they apparently carry this strain of chlamydia. It's different from humans, but they can still get it if they pee on you. So
I need to make a clarification for the viewing or the listening audience. Tori is my wife, and no, she does not have chlamydia. Jay should have clarified that a little better. Her favorite animal is the koala. So when listening to that, I just need to make that clarification that no, my wife does not have chlamydia. We're clean. Everybody's clean. Koalas aren't clean though.
Yes.
So,
the koala was for Tori,
damn.
not the chlamydia.
Yeah. Like they're abundant. That clarification needed to be. When you said that statement, the first thing I thought of was, oh man, the trolls are gonna come out of the closet and just be like, oh, Jiffy's wife has chlamydia. No, moron. Her favorite animal is a koala, and her favorite animal is now forever known to be associated with chlamydia.
Maybe I just ruined koalas for her. I don't know.
That was interesting.
After Jay's very educational and one-upmanship that he did again, now we are going to give you our question of the week, which is going to be pertaining around the top 5 video games that you've ever played of all time. And Jay is going to give us his first. We'll discuss a little bit, not too much. Start with your 5th favorite game and go up to 1. So, Jay, your 5th favorite video game of all time is?
This one is actually a series. I had to go with series here because it was hard for me to like pick one game from a series. So 3 of these are series. So the first one I have is Mario Kart.
Okay, so
not
the 5th favorite video
one,
game of all time for you is Mario Kart.
Yes.
Is there any specific Mario Kart though that is your favorite of all of those? Not to make you pick because they're all great.
Yeah.
But is there one? Like for me, Mario Kart Double Dash is like my go-to one, but I love to play them all.
Double Dash is a good one. I might have to go with Double Dash too. It was the most different out of all of them.
The innovation was amazing, and I'm surprised that Nintendo hasn't although GameCube is like Nintendo's like vaulted item. Like Nintendo would much rather give you remakes from the Wii U era, which was a terrible system, than give any love to the GameCube.
Yeah.
Which was like one of its better systems. But thank you, Nintendo. All right, your number 4.
Number 4 is Animal Crossing.
Also a series or
also a series.
One in particular?
I guess if
Also
I
a
had to
series,
pick
all right.
one, I told you there was going to be 3 of them. If I absolutely had to pick one, it would probably be New Leaf because it's the one I've probably spent the most time in. Not New Leaf.
I'm actually surprised by your list so far because Animal Crossing is so low. Number 3.
I didn't even finish talking about Animal Crossing.
Okay, Animal Crossing, go.
Animal Crossing.
Number 3.
New Horizons. That would probably be my favorite Animal Crossing if I had to choose one.
Okay, number 3, Jay.
Number 3. A Hat in Time.
Ooh, that's a great game. Good choice. Good choice. Number 2, Jay.
Number 2. Another series. Pokemon.
Is there a specific Pokemon game? Because like mine would be Pokemon Yellow.
This one, I don't know. This one's so hard for me.
It's tough.
This is probably the most hardest.
It's
too hard.
If it's too difficult, then that's fine. You don't have to, go into detail. But, yeah, that's okay. And your number 1 surprised me. Please, if it's not what I think it is, I will jump out my window. But I know what it is.
Yeah, as much as I want
Number
you to
1.
jump out the window right now. Number 1 is Mario 64.
Tell us why. Why is Mario 64 your favorite game of all time?
Why?
Yeah, why? Why, Jay? The viewers want to know.
I think it's because I was the right age when that game came out. It was 96. I was 8 years old. And I feel like at that age I was starting to understand games more. And for that game, you really had to think sometimes about like what these stars were.
Absolutely.
So I think part of it is timing. And then that game came something I played for years, and I just kept picking up over and over and over again. As I got older, I'd download emulators on my computer, and that'd be the first game I would always go back to. And I never actually ended up finishing it until probably about 4 years. 4 years ago was the first time I actually ever got 120 stars. I was really close when I was little.
Yeah.
And my house got robbed, and my Nintendo 64 got stolen along with the Mario 64, so all my progress went.
Holy shit. Breaking news. I'm Jay's best friend, or at least I think I am, and I didn't know that. Dude, this podcast, I'm learning more about you on this podcast than I've ever known. You were robbed? Holy shit.
Yeah, they broke in. They stole my Nintendo 64. They stole all my games.
That's bullshit.
My mother had my mom had a huge collection of Beanie Babies, including the one for Princess Diana, the purple bear. Like all of those got stolen.
I got the tingles up my back because I know that is rare. Holy shit. They took your an N60. They stole your N64, bro. The hell is that? Yep. Like, God, I'm not laughing at that. That's just like oh man, that's crazy. I didn't know that. All right. On a happier note, Jiffy's top 5 video games of all time. Number 5, Mario Sunshine. So, Mario Sunshine, which I know you haven't played, but you got the 3D All-Stars. Mario Sunshine, when that game came out, I was playing it, and I was just so in love with the... believe it or not, a lot of the people hate the flood techniques in that game. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I also thought the story behind it, which it's one of the Mario games that has like the... I don't want to say the deepest story, because that's Odyssey. But, well, maybe. It has a pretty good story. And just the cleaning of the city, and the more stars you get, the brighter the city gets. It was a great experience as a kid. That was one of those games too, though, that I couldn't beat as a kid because it was too challenging.
Yeah.
So like I
actually played that when I was little.
But I will say the ending and the final boss, surprising.
Yeah, I'll get there one day.
Yep. That's all I will say. Number 4. Now, I want to say before I continue my list, including Mario Sunshine, my list is my list. It's my opinion. It is very controversial, though. My list, and I'll explain to you why. So I like Mario Sunshine. A lot of people will tell me I'm an idiot because you can't like Mario Sunshine. You have to like Mario 64, Galaxy, or Odyssey. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. My list has... Actually, my whole list, besides one game, is non-controversial. So I will continue with that premise that this is my list. And if you have a problem, I don't care. It's my damn list.
Hey, I support the Mario Sunshine thing. I think that would be game number 6. Because I've played that game enough to know that I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So I would put that at number 6 for me, honestly.
All right. Hey, coming soon. Jiffy and Jay rank top 10 games of all time. Number 4, The Last of Us 2. So, here we go. I am going to throw this out here, and I will have a rant on this one day. You best believe. And my rant is going to be people who think The Last of Us 2 is garbage because Joel died, and because the storytellers don't know how to write a story. Let me ask a question to these morons out there who think the game sucks. What do you know about storytelling? What do you know about storytelling? I'll tell you what I know about storytelling. I wrote many stories in my day. Short stories, long stories. Me and my brother are in we are in writing our own movie. And let me tell you, main characters dying is very good for plots. But I will not say any more. I love The Last of Us 2. Now, I don't know what you know about the review bombing that people did about The Last of Us 2, but I went into it without any spoilers, and I loved the game. And I know you don't have much information on the game because, it's not your style. But, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. You got anything for that?
No.
No? All right. Number 3.
No, not really.
Majora's Mask. So, this is another one from my list. I want to say Ocarina of Time, overrated. I don't like Ocarina of Time. I think Majora's Mask, I think Twilight Princess, I think Skyward Sword, I also think Wind Waker are all better than Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is overrated. And Majora's Mask is so much better. Not only is it so much better, it's so much goddamn hard. Now, I know you're not a Zelda guy, but Majora's Mask brings in a mechanic where you have 3 days or it's game over. And obviously, it's not 3 full days, but there's a timer on the screen, and you have to use your ocarina to reverse time, to fast forward time, and it's a lot, but it's better than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it sounds challenging, actually.
It's stupid hard, dude. And number 2, Jiffy.
I'd probably give up.
I haven't played it in 20 years, so I just know I'm blind. I've played it. I probably played it 6 or 7 years ago on the 3DS. And yeah, no, it's yes. Number 2, Jiffy, Final Fantasy IX. I would like to mention, this is again, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy 13 are all better than Final Fantasy 7. I love Final Fantasy 7, but Final Fantasy 7 is overrated. Final Fantasy 7 Remake was great, but it's not Final Fantasy 9. I would prefer a Final Fantasy 9 remake. Final Fantasy 9 has a better ending than Final Fantasy 7. It has a better story than any Final Fantasy. Actually, I am so opinionated on this that I think Final Fantasy IX's ending is the best ending in video game history because of shock value and because of just it's just an opinion, but it's better than 7. That's a fact. Number 1, Jiffy. The Last of Us, the original. This game, when I played it the first time, it's weird, right? Like, you know the story about, like, video games, right? And it's like, you know, is video games art or is it not art? And I don't know what we'll have to have this discussion sometime on this podcast. I think it's art. I think, you know, video games, people don't understand. I think video games can be moving. They can touch you in certain ways. The Last of Us, like, did that for me. I played it, I finished it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, did I just play a movie? It is by far, like, until that point, Final Fantasy IX was that game where I was just like, I beat Final Fantasy IX like 20 times, dude. And I play it, and I'm in love with it to this day. 30-year-old man still loves a game that was made 20 years ago. And
same.
Yeah, with Mario 64, right? But the story of Last of Us is so deep that I'm just so much in love with it. From the character development to the shock value to the ending, just everything. It is my favorite game of all time, and that'll never change. That one's not controversial. People can agree with that. But the other games, like, I gave you reasons. Like when you look at Final Fantasies, everyone says 7 or they say 6. And I'm just like, nah, 6 is good. 7's overrated. I like 7, but it's overrated. Same thing with, like, Zeldas. Everyone will say Ocarina of Time, and I'm just like, nah, that's overrated. It's too much. Majora's Mask is better. But that's all I got. Anything else you want to add on video games?
I think I'd like to play The Last of Us, or at least watch somebody play The Last of Us, because I'm very interested about the story, and thanks for the major spoiler of Last of Us 2. Oh. But that's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I actually didn't know that. That's okay.
No, I would definitely recommend watching. Actually, there's this YouTuber named Jiffypop, who on Jiffypop TV actually played through The Last of Us on his channel. Maybe you go check him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I could.
That guy. Speaking of Jiffy, he's an interesting dude. He's got a YouTube channel. He makes some pretty wildly interesting videos. Right now, he's doing.
He has his own podcast too.
Whoa, he does. He has this podcast with this really, really smart tech guy. Yeah, and currently on the YouTube channel, he's playing Pokemon Shield. He has a reputation of not finishing Pokemon games. Will he finish it? Probably not.
That was interesting.
And finally today, we have Jiffy's Rant. Now, if you made it to this part of the show, we thank you. Rate, review us, leave us 5 stars, help us grow, check out the YouTube channel, all that fun stuff. But today's rant, I want to rant about people who go to the gas station to fill up their cars. And no, I'm not ranting against people filling up their cars. Like everybody's got to do it. That's fine. What I will rant about is if there are, one of the things I'll rant about and say is, real quick, is if there are 2 gas stations and one has gas for $3 a gallon and another has gas for 200. One has gas for $2.81. Why would you go to the $3 a gallon gas station when you can go to the $2.81 gas station and save yourself some money? But I digress. That's not what this rant is about. This rant is about people who take their gas pump, they put it in their car, and then they're like, you know what? I'm going to leave my pumping station and I'm going to go inside Wawa or wherever, and I'm going to just let my gas tank fill up while I'm not standing there. Yo, dipstick, don't do that. That's dangerous. you're supposed to stand there. They say that you're supposed to stand there, and this annoys me. It annoys me to a point where you look at you and make sure you can see me, and I call you an idiot to your face, and I hope you see me, and I hope you get pissed off, and I don't care. You know what else I used to do, and I still do it occasionally, is if I see somebody walk away from their pump and their gas pump is pumping, I walk up, I sneak up to their car, and I touch that gas pump, and I stop it from pumping, and then walk back to where I was. I've done that multiple times. And then I sit there and wait until they come back, and they're like, and it's like they got $4 in their tank, and then they got to stand there and pump. And they don't know what the hell happened. And it's just, people, you got to stand next to your pump. I'm cool with the guy who walks back and forth. I would even be all right if it's cold outside and you go sit in your car. You're next to your pump. So if something happens, you can get out, you can stop it real quick, blah, blah, blah. It's just the idea of like you walking into Wawa while your thing is pumping. Like, what, are you lazy, or do you just you're thinking, oh well, Jiffy, I'm trying to save time. No, you're not. You're trying to be an asshole, and I hate you. And don't do it. Be respectful. Also, apparently at gas things, when you pump the gas, you're supposed to touch your car, because if there's a static shock, you could explode. So yeah. Not to scare you, but, maybe I got that information wrong. I don't know. I just, something that, yeah. Oh, another thing that I want to bounce this off of? People who leave their car running while pumping their gas. All I want to say is, fuck you. All right? Jesus Christ. Are you stupid? Like, the answer to that question is yes. Jay, you got anything on this?
I accidentally left my car running once while I got gas. And I got back in my car, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't like blow up or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna berate you because you accidentally, because you just said, hey, I accidentally did it. No, I see people do it all the goddamn time, and I'm just like, the hell is wrong with you? What part in the big bold letters that you're looking at right in front while you're pumping that say, turn off your engine and stay by the pump? It's not that hard, people. Stop being lazy. Nope. Stop being stupid, and just like do the right thing. Is it so hard in 2021 to do the right thing? And the answer to that question also is yes, it is. Because if it inconveniences me, oh boo-hoo, oh man, I'm inconvenienced. Well, you know what? Get over yourself. All right. Besides, you got anything else, or is it pretty much it?
Well, I think the next time that you see somebody start pumping their gas and walk into the store, I think you should just roll up right behind them and take it out of their car and stick it in your car and fill up your gas tank.
Yo, you know what?
Just an idea.
That's actually not a bad idea. You know what else I could do? I could take that gas pump and I could put it in their window, roll their window down, put it in their window, and then pump it inside their car. But the free gas, you know what? Not a bad idea,
right?
I might try that sometime.
I wouldn't try that in your area.
Probably not the best thing. But with that being said, you guys made it to the end of the podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in. With all of that being said, please rate, review, subscribe. Give us 5 stars where you are allowed, and check out some older episodes if you haven't seen them. Check out Jay on Not So Pro YouTube channel. He is doing a modded Mario 64 run. It is very entertaining. He's getting back into YouTube, and he doesn't have many subscribers. He could use your support, so go hit that man a subscribe. And while you're at that, maybe you head over to Jiffypop TV and give Jiffy a subscribe. And check out some of his videos. He's doing a Pokemon Shield run. He's also doing a Little Nightmares DLC run, which will lead into Little Nightmares 2. And he's doing some other surprising things over there. Occasionally, Jiffy and Jay get together. They do some challenge videos. So hit those guys up while you're at it, too. If you're bored and got lots of time, go check out Blinks TV on Twitch. He live streams pretty much every night. He's really entertaining, too. And he's our friend. And with that being said, Jay, you got anything else to say to the fine people listening?
Nope, I got nothing.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, and with that being said, thank you guys for listening, and I'm Jiffy, and I'll see you in a jiff, and he's Jay. He'll also see you in a
Bye.
Jay. Bye.
Behind the scenes.
Before we continue going forward with the question of the week, we are going to give you guys and me and Jay the question of the week a week before. So next week on the podcast, the question of the week is going to be, me and Jay are going to give you guys our top 5 favorite fast food fries.
Hey, what's going on? We got bloopers today.
Give me a minute. It's always processing like the opening, chatter or whatever. How do we start? What do I say? Hey, what's going on? Oh, no, I got it. Ready? 3, 2. No, wait. Should I say hey or hello? Like, should I just be like, hey, what's going on and welcome back? Or, okay. 3, 2. Hey, and nope. I choked. Hey, everyone, and welcome back. 3, 2. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to This Is Interesting. I'm Jiff E, and shit. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to This Is Interesting. I'm Jiffy, and oh, wait, why am I messing this up? Hey, what's going on? It's Jiffy, and welcome back. Okay. We got a lot of bloopers. Just read the script, you moron. All right, we're keeping it all in. We're keeping it all in. Okay, 3, 2.
Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, please rate, review, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys very shortly. Peace out.
You're trying to scare the shit out of everyone. Hey!